Well, the bottom line, Rocky, again, what we're doing here is, you know, and what we're telling people is if they want to protect themselves from the poisons and from the lack of nutrition in GMO foods, we think that the best answer they can have is going to be to have a Hortaqua.
Well, grow your own.
Regardless, it's one way or another. Grow their own, grow it organically. And
the thing about Hortaqua, it's a controlled environment.
Right.
See, that's why we did that. Plus, it's year-round production.
Right.
See, in a Hortaqua, you can do varieties of plants year-round to try to sustain yourself.
Right.
When you're growing out, if we have a year like 2011, nobody grew anything outside.
Right.
You know, so the reason.
Well, but you grew some stuff.
Huh?
You grew some stuff because of the soil.
Oh yeah. Well, the soil and
the Hortaqua soil made a difference.
I had a shade that kept the heat off of it, and I had this good soil, and that I created a condition where I could overcome that temperature.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's what the Hortaqua is. It's overcoming all the natural conditions so that you can grow varieties over the whole year.
Correct.
And we're talking fish, talking chicken, rabbits, quail. We're talking multi-root crops, onions, potatoes, carrots, and then all the other
kale,
fruit,
spinach, lettuce, you name it.
Cantaloupe, watermelons, whatever you want to grow. The Hortaqua is designed to grow just about anything you want to grow. Because the way I've got mine set up with this water recirculating through here, I'm growing algae in the water. And this is basically compost tea because it's circulating underneath the bed. And the worms that break everything down in here, the worm wee that goes in through the water and circulates back through and being aerated and oxygenated, but at the same time it's high enough that it doesn't stay too wet.
Right.
But it gets all the water and nutrition that it needs from underneath.
Right.
And it takes a little while to balance the ecosystem and to get it good and balanced where everything is working, and for you to understand how to live in this balanced system.
Right.
You know, and so once you
people need to learn it. They got a learning curve to go through, and they need to get busy before the price of food bankrupts them before they can't afford to eat.
Yeah.
And that's something that's that's one of our messages to people is they need to get started now, not wait 5 years down the road.
And we're going to have solar panels. We have our solar energy. It takes energy. It takes energy to run these aerators. It's got circulating pump. It takes energy, and that's why we takes the energy for the sun growing. You know what?
Sure.
We've got the polycarbonate. With this polycarbonate sheeting lets the light in, but it insulates it at the same time.
Right.
And the way we keep it cool is the venting across the bottom and the venting across the top creates an airfoil that takes the heat out and a low pressure area inside, plus with all the water we have.
Yeah.
It's just a natural cooling system. But I'm just talking kind of basically the design of the Hortaqua.
Right.
And so that you close it up for the summertime and gain the natural summer heat to keep everything warm and keep everything at a moderate temperature. Your house and your greenhouse, your Hortaqua, the space you're growing in.
Right.
So you live in a moderate temperature condition between the plants and yourself at all times that's producing your food.
Well, as we've said before, it's like a self-contained ecosystem.
Self-contained ecosystem, it sure is. And that's, once you maintain that balance and get that balance going, you're all right.
Right.